Hey, what's going on, guys? I promised a while ago that I was going to do a not a feeding video, a handling video. I'll be feeding my snake Ringo, who's a Pueblan Apricot Milksnake, on Saturday, which I'll also be getting a video of. But for right now, I'm kind of doing a handling video, which is also going to be a shout-out video. Shout-outs to Josh Carpenter. If you want to look up his channel, it's JOSH space CARPENTER with all lowercase letters. He came to me. He asked a lot of questions. We both have about the same problems with our steak. You know, they're brand new. Well, not brand new. They're new to us. They're still juveniles. And he's also having problems handling his snake. So I figured I'd do a video just showing how I personally get my snake out, in the evening for about 10 minutes. I'm not going to do a full video on me handling her, but at least how to get her out, and I'll do some a little bit of handling, and then I'll explain what I'm going to be doing to her tank here within the next week. So we'll get started here. Since the last video I made, I actually bought a Zilla tank top. The locks, they were supposed to be connected to those holes by putting screws into them, but it's too hard to get the tank top off. I mean, they're still holding on. I really don't need to open the full top all the time. But then there's also a latch door on top, just for easier access. It's really nice to have. I don't use it. I don't open it up all the time, like fully, and take the top off just when I need to. But for the purpose of this video, I'm going to take this off. This is also a 15-gallon tank, in case you were wondering, and you missed my last video. So I looked under the tank earlier, and she seems to be hiding along this left side here. So I tried to get her out. Whenever I try to get her out, I usually just kind of find the midway point on her body and just try to get a good grip on her. Once I get her out and I start moving around in my hands a little bit, she seems to be okay. Josh, I know you're having the same problem, and you're just trying to find the easy way to get her out of the cage. Honestly, when they're a juvenile, there's no easy way. You're just going to have to go in, and you can't be scared of them. But you also want to be gentle enough and not to scare them entirely, more than what you need to, since you're still getting used to being handled. So I'm going to go ahead and try to get her out. Which it looks like she ran on me here. Yep, she ran on me. She's running to the back of the cage here, so give me a minute. Whenever they're juveniles, it's the hardest to get them out. You just gotta really try. You can get them. Right now, she's actually under her carpet, which I have in here for her, which I'll try to grab her. As you can see, she is a little squirmish. She's also a little flighty. She's trying to get away from me. She'll try to go as fast as she can and get out. She swings her tail a lot. She also rattles her tail. It's nothing I wouldn't expect, but like I said, she's usually very good once I actually get her out. And then try to move the camera here. You can see underneath of my bedding I have I believe it's called a Repticarpet. It's like a green thin carpet. You can use it as for like leopard geckos and stuff like that. I have it over the heater, just in case she were just to get too close to that heater. I don't want her stopping on top of it for too long, you know, accidentally burning herself, etc. But I need to find how she got under there so easily. But I need to pack the bedding more. Or what? Guess then, there she is. The one thing I really like about her coloring is her tail. The last like 5 or 6 stripes are actually just black and orange, rather than her orangish white spots, red and black. It's just black and orange. It's very cool. You can see she's also about 1.5 feet long. Not about 1.5 feet, you know, about 1 foot and a couple of inches. I'm not really sure exactly. She has her tail wrapped around my hand. She's a very docile snake. Like, she does get a little flighty, but she hasn't even tried to bite me. She hasn't tried to snip. The only thing is she just runs a lot. And that's the only problem I've seen with her. But like I said, that's expected to come with these types of snakes whenever there's juveniles like this. I think any type of juvenile snake that can be expected with. But whoa. Put her tree back. Show her one more time. Her colors are very cool. After she shed, she looked really good. Whenever I first got her, her colors weren't as bright, of course, since she wasn't shed when I first got her. So we'll go ahead and put her back. Try to get the camera a little closer for that. She's going into her water. That's honestly the first time I've actually seen her go into her water by herself, so I'm actually really glad that I got this on video. Just trying to put the camera up a little higher. I have my iPod taped down to my tripod, so it's not the best thing, but I mean, it does the job I want it to do. This is really cool. She's sitting in her water by herself, and I got this on the camera. I've been seeing her out a lot more in the day than I have been in the past couple of days. Like, I'll come in and she'll be out. I'll leave the video on her for a little bit. There she is. Let me just see what she does. While I'm talking, or while we're waiting, I might as well talk. A lot of this video is meant for Josh, for the fact that he's been asking me a lot of questions. It's a little hard to answer them over the internet, which is why I like to just answer them in a video, like I promised him. So, Josh, you asked me after I commented on one of your videos of your snake feeding, your Pueblan apricot feeding, how I feed her. What I typically do is, let me grab it real quick. I normally have a layer of paper towels in here, but I just get a simple container like that, and I'll put her in a few minutes prior to feeding her, and then I'll thaw out the pinky. Well, I usually do that beforehand, and then I will go ahead and feed her, and then I'll leave her in for a few minutes, and then I'll transfer her back to her cage or tank. Usually only takes about a half hour. She's a really good eater. The first couple of times she wasn't too great, but she's adjusted a lot. So I'm gonna grab my phone real quick, which is not with me. I'll leave the video running. I'll be right back. Alright, I can't seem to find my phone. I'm not really quite sure where I put it. Oh, there it is. I just want to snap a picture real quick of her in her bowl. This bowl is also really cool. It's very, I mean, it fits in pretty well with the whole environment I have set up. So, but my plans for the tank in the next couple of days are, I'm changing the substrate from the aspen. I'm going to try the repta bark and see what happens with that. Give it a shot, you know, see how I like it, and see how that works. So, I guess that's it for right now. I'll make another video on Saturday, which is tomorrow, today's Friday, of me doing a feeding video. So, alright, thanks for watching.